a small town girl. I'm from Ranchi. Thankfully, people know Ranchi now thanks to Dhoni. I was a small town girl, and I just wanted to work, and I wanted to be independent. That was the only aspiration I had. And I had no real complications as such, because life doesn't throw too many challenges at all of us. We must volunteer to make it complicated. So I went ahead and got married to an army officer. While I knew what my aspirations were on the work side, I still went ahead, took the plunge, married him. And I'd finished my law from Symbiosis Pune, and I wanted to practice. But 1 year into the practice, I realized it wasn't for me. You had to be too patient to see what years and years of hard work would yield. And I didn't think I had it in me to just give that kind of time. So I moved around with him, a couple of postings, and I realized that, being productively occupied at work, and my impatience levels, it was just better for me to pursue my career, maybe stay away from him. So I took the plunge. I came back to Bombay, started work here. As a teenager, I always believed that, motherhood was great. I looked at other people's kids and I was like, oh, such pretty kids, such cute kids. And then, post marriage, I babysat some other people's kids, and that acted as such great contraceptive, because I was like, never have kids of your own. So I didn't sign up for it for 4 years into being married, but obviously, like you mentioned, everyone started saying, "Arey, koi good news nahi hai kya?" So my husband went on this official Europe trip, and he came back, and he was full of this paternity instinct, and he wanted a kid, and I was like, "What the fuck? You just went to Europe? What just happened?" But I can't complain, because obviously I gave in to his instincts as well. I had a very smooth pregnancy, like snap. We thought about it and I was pregnant. So that's, you get my drift on productivity and impatience. I got pregnant like that. I had a very smooth pregnancy, very, very smooth delivery. And there she was. They look so weird when they come out, right? Like, you feel like, arey, koi bada cute sa bachcha aayega, but then, you look at them and you're like, oh, ye mera hai. But then, mera hi tha. I was blessed. I think God knew that I was a very impatient woman, so God knew that I had to get a very, very happy and non-fuss kid. So she turned out to be such a darling. Like, I would wait for her to cry, because I was just like, यार बच्चे तो रोते हैं, ये तो रोती भी नहीं है. तो I used to wonder that, is this normal? Like, she's not crying. But she was such a happy kid. Of course, it was difficult because, I'm not from the city. So I don't have parents, I don't have in-laws here. I had to take care of everything because I had taken the decision of being here and working. So I had to create my own support system. I think India, and in particular Mumbai, we're very, very blessed to be in this country and in this city, because they provide you the opportunity and the experience of people who've done this for ages. I found an extremely loving family, Amma and Sarita, who, like I used to dearly call them. They took care of me when I was pregnant. When my daughter came into this world, it was her daughter-in-law, who my daughter very dearly calls Mai. She was everything. She still is everything to me. My savior, my friend, my food companion, my movie companion. She was married for 12 years and she didn't have a kid of her own. But the amount of love and care she showered on my child, only a woman who has all the maternal instincts possible can do that. You don't need to have a child of your own to have those maternal instincts. It was that she proved to me. While I went about doing and achieving everything I did professionally, I went ahead, I took the plunge, and I joined the busiest law firm in the country. I worked with Zia Modi, and it was crazy not just in terms of hours, but also in terms of just the amount of pressure you deal with at a workplace like that. I was able to do all of that with ease only because I had that support system at home. And thankfully, once my daughter turned 5 and Deepa Didi had saved enough money, she went ahead and conceived as well. She had a baby girl. She stayed with us throughout her pregnancy, and she delivered while she was staying with us. And it just, I think motherhood, one, taught me that there is nothing as important as being kind, empathetic. And it also taught me so much about being aware of my being, of my surroundings, because I think at the end of the day, all we want is a breathing, happy planet for our kids and the generations to come. So from becoming aware and learning about sustainable living to moving to something as simple and small as using biodegradable sanitary pads to not using plastic toothbrush and moving on to the bamboo toothbrushes. I just made very, very small changes in my life. Day to day is still very difficult because you have to depend on a third person to ensure that your profession is running smoothly. But it was only thanks to the support system I had for such a long time that I was able to take the plunge to start out on my own. I work with a bunch of women only, and my startup is called The Grey Matter. And it's so encouraging that one person on Mother Earth who will never, ever judge you is your kid. So while we go about, guilt-ridden and feeling, I don't know what the baby is going to think about me and what he's going to say or she's going to say, I think they're the only people here who will never, ever judge you. Yeah, I think my motherhood journey, I would just sum it up by saying that I came back from work one evening, and Maithili, my daughter, and I was having a chat. She's 6 now, and it was pretty recent. And she told me that, Mama, does God show pictures of mothers to babies, and He asks them to select who the mother is? Like, you can choose your mother. And I was like, yeah, maybe, good concept, maybe. So I said, why do you ask? And she said, I really liked you when I saw your picture, but you turned out to be such a witch. And I didn't know if I wanted to cringe and just be like, shit, this is exactly why I didn't want to be a mother. But instead, I just bursted out laughing because it was hilarious. And yeah, that sums up motherhood for me. Maa Hoon Naa.